Hi guys, and welcome to another video from Volkify. My name is Moritz, and today we are gonna discuss how to react when you are suddenly faced with a major crisis. As we go through life, we all have to deal with crises at some point or another, so I felt like it's a good thing to have 3 little tips that will help you deal with these crises hands-on. Let's get started. So when we are facing a major crisis, and I'm not talking missing the bus in the morning, that's not a huge crisis. I'm talking like really big stuff, potentially life-altering changes. It seems like a huge mountain in front of us. It seems like something that we can never overcome. And that's because of 2 reasons. One is that it usually affects a major area of your life. So that could be your health, your finances and your career, or maybe your relationship or love life. And number 2 is that something happened that is out of our control. So it's affecting this major area of our lives, but at the same time we feel like there's nothing we can do to improve our situation. So with this kind of helpless feeling constantly lingering in our stomachs, of course we feel lost. Of course we feel like this is an unsurmountable obstacle in front of us that we could never master in a million years. So what do we do here? Number 1, we have to get ourselves into a positive state again. There's just no way that you can climb a huge mountain if you're feeling depressed and sad and sorry for yourself all the time, right? So the first thing we have to do is we have to get ourselves pumped up. We have to elevate our state. And there is many ways that you can do that. One of the easiest being simply jumping up and down. This literally gets you out of your passiveness and into an active state. There's a million other things that you can try out as well, of course. Being outside is always great. Just go for a run, go for a hike, enjoy the sunlight. Also meet friends, hang out with relatives, just simply people that make you laugh and that put you in a better mood. Once you don't see the world so dark anymore, we can move on to step number 2, and that is regaining control. You have to snap yourself out of that mindset that bad things are happening to you and you're just the victim here. Sure, I said that crises are usually out of your control to some extent, but that doesn't mean that you can't do anything proactively. So let's say you get fired, for example. That obviously sucks and there is nothing you can do about it. You probably won't get that job back. But what you can do is you can go out there and apply for other jobs. You can ask all your friends and everybody in that field if they know about some open positions. You can read the newspaper, or nowadays online of course, and look for job ads. You have to realize that there are always things that you can do right now to improve your situation. And oftentimes these are pretty small things. Sometimes they don't even lead to results right away. But the important thing is that you change your mindset. You change the way you feel about the situation that you're in. You're no longer the person who just gets tossed around left and right and you don't know what's happening to you, but instead you are back in the driver's seat of your life. Step number 3 is that you have to learn how to control your inner state. Your inner state and how grounded you are as a person will always determine how affected you are by your circumstances. So if you manage to control your emotions better, you will never be as faced by any adversity that is coming your way, even when you're caught completely off guard. Now, of course, it is not exactly easy to master your emotions. We all have them every single day of our lives, so the process of learning how to control them better is long and it's tedious. It definitely takes some time, so this is not exactly a tip that you can just apply right now and be done with it. That being said, there are of course actions that you can take in order to strengthen your inner state and become more resilient. I've made a video in the past about how to become more grounded, which will definitely give you some good pointers. You can check it out right up here. And recently I've also dug deeper into the philosophy of Stoicism. Stoicism can be very helpful when facing a major life crisis because it teaches us to only focus on the things that are in our control, meaning our inner self. Stoics believe that nothing is inherently good or bad. What makes things good or bad is how we react to them. And this is something that is completely within our control. So by controlling your emotions, you essentially become in control of whether good things are happening to you or bad things, because it's only a matter of your point of view. It's like Epictetus, one of the great Stoic philosophers, once said, "We suffer not from the events in our lives, but from our judgment about them." That means that if you can change your judgment on certain events, a formerly major crisis can suddenly look like a blessing in disguise. So I sincerely hope that these 3 tips were helpful to you, and if they were, feel free to subscribe and leave a like or whatever these people on YouTube do nowadays. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate the support that you've been showing to this channel, and I promise to keep the videos coming. Until then, talk to you next time.